Most of us today use Gmail as our personal email service provider. Not only for personal emails, a number of organizations have opted for Gmail through the G Suite product. With Gmail coming into our lives full on, we invariably depend on Google Calendar for our calendaring needs. Today I will introduce you to 3 tricks or features that are available on Google Calendar for non-mobile devices, read desktop devices, which probably you may not be familiar with. These features have been introduced over a period of time without much fanfare. All of the Google software today is web-based, with the exception of Google Drive. And web-based software require an active internet connection to use them. This would be a real problem as the Google Calendar becomes unavailable when you are flying or in a place where internet is inaccessible. Google has introduced offline mode to let you access your events in the calendar while you're offline, away from internet. There was no announcement of this feature. With the actual software, every release or every new release is accompanied with release notes which informs users of the new features. There is no such thing that gets sent involuntarily for Google's software. To enable the offline feature, click on the gear icon on your Google Calendar followed by Settings. Under the General category on the left sidebar, the last option that you see is Offline. Click on Offline and you see this checkbox here, turn on offline calendar. This needs to be checked. Once you check this, the settings are saved and it would require a refresh. So reload your calendar, go back. So now you see this icon here, it was not there earlier. So this is the sync status. This tells you that all your calendar invites are available offline. There are some things that you need to note. The offline Google Calendar works only on Google Chrome. It does not work on any other browser. For example, I have Microsoft Edge. I do the same steps. Go to Settings and under General, I can't find it. Bummer. Secondly, during the offline mode, you can only read your events. You cannot write anything. And third one is that you cannot email your guests. Isn't that obvious that you cannot email anybody if you are offline? Well, that is what it is. Finally, while the Google Calendar has gone offline, there are other programs which are associated with Google Calendar like your reminders and tasks. These are not offline yet. You will not be able to access them in the offline mode. Google Calendar seamlessly integrates with Google Meet. All you have to do is create an event and a Google Meet bridge gets automatically attached to it. To begin with, add a title, a description, and then add your guest list. And all you have to do is hit send. As you can see, the Google Bridge is automatically added. Suppose I want to not have this added by default, then what should I do? Click on the gear icon, go to Settings. Under Event Settings, you see this checkbox, automatically add Google Meet video conferences to events I create. Uncheck it. Settings are saved. Go back. I'm going to create another meeting, another boring meeting. I'm going to create boring meeting number 2. More options. I'm just gonna ask them not to join. Okay, and then I'm going to add people. Then you see this blue button here, it says add Google Meet video conferencing. I'm not going to hit this. I'm just going to say hit save, send, As you can see, for the boarding meeting number 2, there is no conference added. So if I wanted a conference meeting for this event, all I had to do was hit this manually, and then if I save, it goes out, and then the meeting bridge gets added. Alright, so the third scenario, what if I don't want Google Meet, I want MS Teams bridge? What do I do? Click on the gear icon. Do you see get add-ons? Click on this, and then Microsoft Teams meeting. I install this, give this the necessary permission it needs. Say allow. It's safe. So it's installed. I close this and then create another boarding meeting. Boarding meeting number 3. So here, instead of getting Google Meet, I get add video conferencing and I get a drop down. Here I have the option to add Google Meet. I also have the option to add Microsoft Teams meeting. When you set up meetings, it is key that you know when the holidays are, especially when the teams are spread across geographies. To help with this, Google has integrated holiday calendars. For me, India holiday calendar is visible by default. Let's say that I have a team member sitting in Albania and I need to consider his holidays before setting up a meeting. This is how I do it. Next to other calendars, click on the plus sign and I click on browse calendars of interest, and then I click on browse all, and then I select holidays in Albania. I would have an option to see all the holidays in Albania now. Let's say that I'm not interested to see the holidays in a particular country, but rather I want to see religious holidays. If I want to see Jewish holidays, then I select Jewish holidays, it automatically gets added. Let's say that I'm a sports fan and I need to know when certain sport events are taking place so that I can plan my meetings around these sport events. That's the ideal way to plan your events, plan your meetings. Your official meetings should always be aligned to your sports events that you're interested in. Let's say I'm in India and in India we are crazy about cricket. If I click on cricket, I can see the Indian Premier League, which most of Indians are crazy about. And in the Indian Premier League, I support the Royal Challengers of Bangalore. Although we have never won a championship, we are still hopeful that it will happen someday. So now all the matches where Royal Challengers Bangalore are involved gets added to my calendar. Going back to my calendar, these are the India holidays, and let's see what other holidays are around. Okay, you see the matches here for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. This happened in the month of September and October. A couple of matches, one in September and one in October, you can see them. And then Jewish holidays here, that's here. Some more Jewish holidays. Royal Challengers Bangalore matches. And day off for Mother Teresa. This is a holiday in Albania. Well, I hope the tricks that I shared today in this video are worthwhile and can help you become more productive at calendaring. There are a number of other features available on Google Calendar which might be worth the trouble exploring them yourself.